Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. It is January 25th, 2024, and today I want to talk about keeping your business organized. We are in a new year, and I know a lot of people put up resolutions and all this stuff, but one of your New Year's resolutions, if you haven't started already, should be to make sure your business, your inventory, everything you have is completely organized and ready to go. Trust me, not only the mental health that it helps with, but also the time you're going to save and the motivation it's going to give you to work harder on your business and focus on certain things is why organization is so important. So let me take you through a day in my reselling business, the organization that we have, the setup that we have, the plans that we have, and how this helps me, kind of streamline the business and keep it rolling along. Come along with me. Let's take a look. Okay, so as most of you probably know, and if you're not a regular here and you're new to this channel, I work out of my home 100%. I used to have 3 storage units to store inventory and other stuff, but it was just $1,000 a month, super overwhelming, and it wasn't necessary. I was wasting 2 of those spots. One of them is probably necessary at some point again for me, but they were over $300 a month here in Florida with insurance. They were 25 by 10, so I had 750 square feet total, and it was $1,000 a month, and they were climate controlled, so you got to have that, So that was my former setup. Now I'm completely inside the house. I literally just come downstairs and can get to work. My office is upstairs, which I'll show you in just a second. But first thing in the morning, come downstairs, pull orders, and ship. So let me show you everything that we have, which right now, I believe we have 3,500 to 4,000 active. And then I have thousands and thousands more inside of my garage, which I'm going to bring you to. And this garage is capable of 8,000 to 10,000 active items, mixed between remotes, clothing, postcards, sports cards, shoes, and other assorted goodies. So let's take a look at the setup. Okay, so first thing, I have some inventory over here, just like some bins and some stuff. We're gonna clear this out this coming week and next week just to get this clear. So my entire garage here, we have to keep our trash cans inside. They make us HOA. This is just where I park my golf cart, and in the event that there's a hurricane or storms, I have an SUV, we can bring the SUV inside, and there's room for my car and the SUV and the golf cart once I get rid of all this stuff. So this is just empty. This is a 3-car garage. Second car spot is my car. And then the third set over here, so I'm only using 1 garage spot, is for my business, right? Now, we have overhead storage that's all personal stuff. It is like my bug killer, my ant killer, my home defense, my decorations, my lawn sprinkle, fertilizer, all that sort of stuff, tree, Christmas tree, everything stays up top, right? And I'm gonna actually put probably 2 more up here. My lawn equipment, extension cords, they're hung up. This is where we put the incoming pallets or inventory that is coming in that we need to store until we work on it. So I can hold 2 pallets here. Again, I need to clean out that corner, but there was the remnants of 1 pallet. Those couple of boxes came on 1 pallet. If that ladder, which has got to go in the garbage, and those chairs weren't there with my shop vac, I could have the second pallet sit there, and I'll get that set up again in the next week or 2. This is a pallet of remotes we are currently working on, right? So I can fit 2 pallets in a normal garage setting, 2 pallets. In fact, I could put 4 if I really wanted to. This fancy thing laying on its side is a truck that my fiance uses for her photography business for Christmas. This is the one thing that's in our garage that I wish I could find another spot for. I'm gonna figure out a way to store this somehow, some way in a different section, maybe over here, I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. But without that there, I in theory could get at least 3, if not 4 pallets there, as long as I didn't block the electric outlet panel there, the fuse panel. Okay, so this is our active inventory on the shelf. You can see because it's all numbered. Sports cards, postcards, sports cards, all up there. And then we have clothing, and then we have remotes. We have more clothing, and we have remotes, right? So all this is all active. This is all active as well. And we have empty shelves down there that will get more active on it. These 3 bins, 2 bags and a bin of clothing, which will become 3 bins, are going to go in there. We got to get these listed. Next week, it's the goal. They'll be up off the floor in those shelves, right? So all that'll be listed, 3 shelves of listed. Then all this inventory you see along the top, 1 bin, box, 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 that shelf, all these shelves. So not a lot. It's probably 1,000 to 1,500 pieces is, along with that shelf, is all unlisted. As I list it, I take it down, I put it in the bins, I put it back up, and we start building this shelf to list it. And then we do the same to this, same to that. The last shelf is personal stuff. So, and I'm gonna try, once I put the overhangs up, to put all that personal stuff up on the overhangs, and then I'll be able to have that shelf. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shelves of listed inventory. In fact, I think I can get the 8th one right there, and I'll be able to have 8 shelves of inventory, which I already have another shelving unit right there. So 8 shelves of inventory. The goal for that is probably in the neighborhood of about 7,000 to 8,000 pieces of merchandise. 6, 7, at least 8 would be great. All the way over there to the 8th shelf. And that will just be listed inventory. Everything will be up off the floor. Everything will be listed. This will all be cleared out. I'll have, some more personal overhang for all that stuff to go on. And that's how you can run an entire business with 5,000 plus, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 plus pieces of merchandise, clothing, shoes, remotes, whatever you want. Everything is in here, like remote controls, like clothing, like all sorts of different stuff. And you can house it in literally one garage. Now, if you only have a 2-car garage, you don't have the 3rd spot, you could turn a shelf sideways like this and sit it right here where you could still walk in between it and still walk on this side of it. And you could have, you could move that shelf down here and you could move another shelf here and you could have 2 that way, or you could even do it that way if you wanted to, whatever. But you could still in a 2-car garage fit 8 of these, which is more than most of you probably have if I had to guess. This is a lot of inventory, but we know at some point if we go over 8 or 10,000 pieces, we're not going to be able to house in this garage. My car has to stay inside. And the golf cart by HOA rules is not allowed to technically be outside. Everyone leaves it outside. They don't really say anything. I don't want to leave it outside. These are really easy to steal, actually. I'm not going to tell you guys how, but there's a really easy way to steal these. I actually just ordered something online to prevent it. That should be here soon. But I just don't like the idea of leaving the golf cart outside. Plus, if it rains, the seats soak up all the water. I just want that inside. Plus, when you're charging it, I don't want to run the charger outside. So these stay inside. The SUV can stay outside. There it is. And if at any point there's bad storms where I think stuff's going to be flying, or branches or wood or anything, this pulls into this spot where the golf cart is, and the golf cart parks right in this little area, just long enough, for the storm to pass, and then I can move them back to where they are like that. So that is pretty much how you can run an organized setup from your garage to a home reselling business. So the fun part about this is when everything's organized, you know exactly what to do. You can come down here and you can ship. This is your individual items, right? So you know exactly where to go. They're labeled, they're numbered. We know exactly where everything is. We can pull our shipping orders in a matter of minutes and take those back into the house to pack and ship them, where I'll show you the rest in a second. And then when we're ready to list, after we're done the shipping and get our day on the way, I can come here and work on the stuff that we are working on the pallets, or I can pull stuff off of the shelves to list, from there, wherever. I know exactly where it's at and exactly what we're working on, and I can see exactly what we have available and what we should be getting rid of, which is some more inventory over here. That's pretty much my garage setup. Now, as you come back into the house and you come over here to the back, this was originally going to be my office, but I ended up taking upstairs because this floor echoes, and if there was people cutting yards or dogs running around or whatever, it was just kind of distracting. So it ended up being Kate's office, which worked out well because Kate does all of the shipping, which you can see. She's got our shipping label, scale, tape gun, materials that she uses regularly, all in here, and she doesn't have to lug the stuff to ship upstairs, which is where she originally would have been shipping from. But it's great that it worked out for her down here. She has her little egg chair. So this is her office, and she keeps material and supplies there, and some more stuff there that she needs. But so it's super easy. Just bring it in here, pack it, ship it, let the thermal labels spit it out, and then I can take it and get it out the door to USPS. So that's really, really organized. Exactly what she needs. She has her scale, tape gun. She keeps some envelopes that we regularly use every day. Thermal label at the end of every day. She usually stacks this back up. She hasn't done that yet. She keeps a tape measure in case we need to measure something. Little stand. She keeps some extra labels. And then over here on her shelf, she keeps one of our testers. She keeps paper, tape. She keeps some of her camera gear. She keeps more envelopes, different stuff. So she has everything readily at her hands, organized and ready to go. And just, that's a backdrop. So if we need extra lighting or anything, you can ship quickly in a few minutes and you're not running around looking for everything. Now, the other important thing to always have on hand and to make sure you keep track of, we keep this is under the steps. This is a cabinet that we have, or a closet rather, and we keep all of our excess shipping materials in here. We have other stuff like brooms and dustpans, but that's a box of padded flat rates. There's no lights, and I put lights in here, but they're dead. I gotta get new lights. Again, label papers. This is a box of more envelopes, rolls of tape, everything that we need. Envelopes, padded flats, a box of boxes, more tape. Everything we need is in this closet. So if anything she runs out of over there, she can come in here and get it. In fact, I just ordered her more rolls of thermal labels because we're going through them like crazy. We're selling a lot. So everything right here, this under steps closet really worked out well. And then once you're done with your whole garage, pulling the orders and then shipping them out of the shipping office and then coming to start your day after an hour or two, I simply go up the steps and into my office to sit on the computer and work and do listings and do social media and YouTube and all that stuff, which I'll show you right now. So up the steps here. I think some of you that are not new here have probably seen this. Hi, doggy. Doggy sleeping. But then when you are done with all of your morning duties, you can come up here to your own separated spot, which I think is super important for like mental health again and organization, having your own place and own spot to work out of. This is my office. I'm working on a little bit of inventory right there. I got some remotes I'm working on. I have my little desk station. I have a thermal printer in case anything goes wrong with the one downstairs. We have a full-size printer just in case we ever need to print full-size papers. My backup laptop. We have my trash can. That's my travel backpack and some other stuff that I'm working on, some signs. I keep saying I'm gonna put them up. Green screen, you guys know the whole office tour, my actual laptop, storage in there, soundproofing to keep the sound in, and just stuff that I'm working on, but it's my spot, my place to sit down and work on the computer. Speakers, I can listen to music, have my iPad if I need anything, YouTube. And then, you know, I have my chair, green screen for doing recordings, another chair in case anybody's in here if I need to meet with someone or talk with someone or someone's here visiting. They can sit, have a view. View's great. Just to make sure you have a place that you can sit down and really work and get stuff done is super important. And that's where it all gets done. Yeah, and so that is really staying organized 101 and having your own places and everything in a place so that you can get into a routine, you can wake up, you can get stuff done, you know exactly where to go, what to do, and how to do it. And you aren't running around with, you know, your head cut off like a chicken trying to figure out where's my shipping stuff, where's my materials, how are we gonna put this together, you know, trying to scrounge everything out, going to multiple rooms or whatever. That is how we do it. What you do might be different, but staying organized is the point, guys. Keep it simple, clean, together, organized. And even if it requires you to take a day or two out of working to get yourself organized, to clean up, to condense, to trash, to go through, it is worth it in the long run because the time you waste every day trying to find yourself and find your mind, you will save simply by wasting a day or two cleaning everything up. It's not a waste, but by spending that day or two cleaning and getting yourself together. And so that's how we've kept this house and how we work and run a full-time business out of our house. If there's anything else, any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, please leave them down below. That comment section belongs to all of you, and I appreciate it. Next time you watch my videos or you see me recording, whether it's from the dining room or the living room or the kitchen or here in my office or in the garage, you'll have a better understanding of how we run things here and what's going on in the other rooms and the other doors and how everything works out here. So, as always, appreciate you watching. Hit that like button. Turn it blue. It helps the YouTube algorithm, means a lot to me, and subscribe to the channel. Today is the last day. I wanted to leave you guys with this. Mark 2, Not Your Dad's CPA, the last day to save $100 on his tax Reseller Academy. teaches your sales, your profits, your expenses, your deductions, your self-employment, your 1099s, your QBI, you name it. Mark's going to go over it with you. Lifetime access to his course, his Facebook group, and everything else that goes along with it. Live Q&As. You get the whole shebang. It's $100 off today. I will link it right down below in the comment section and in the description box. You'll be able to find it. So go hit up Mark. He's licensed. He's a reseller. He's an e-commerce expert. He does exactly what we do. He knows how to do our taxes. And he's the guy I ask questions to and the guy I've learned from. So hit up Mark, not your dad's CPA. His Tax Reseller Academy is $100 off today until the end of Thursday. It will be available, but you won't get the $100 off. So as always, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.